Lovely. So that's what I was looking for. I'm taking 4 OCP. I gotta check that in. I'm taking 4. It has to be 140 degrees. Here we go. So I'm taking 4 OCP. And don't mind that. I'm just watching a little bit of Lord of the Rings in the background. I'm taking 4 OCP I.F.A.Ks and turning them into this. So that's how you do it. Dark brown, ritdye. So these are awesome. There's all the stuff I stow in it. Lighters, chem lights, Gorilla Tape, that neoprene bandage dressing that's just awesome, super sticky on itself stuff. I don't have a pharyngeal for the nose, and I don't have chest seals right this second, but I do have a whole buttload of Israeli bandages, compresses, whatnots, gloves. There's a ton of gloves in here. There's a ton of gloves in here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to outfit a couple. So if anybody's interested, I'm going to have these on deck. So I'm going to dye to this color, this dark brown, so it relatively matches my assault pouch. That's not terrible. It's kind of close to like desert. Let's see. Kind of close to like desert Marpat. You gotta just don't mind the dugout. So I want as close as I can to my major, my big dog right here, which is my Philby, my family of integrated load bearing equipment. So I have the Philby and I have the assault pack right here. The assault pack with the assault pouch, and inside of here I have the sustainment pouch. So I think this is what I was trying to do. Here we go. So see that? That print's a bit lighter than this, but not so much. You know, it's in between this and desert Marpat. So it's pretty damn close. You know, when you're running a gun and you can't tell. And I had a great, not a great deal, but a pretty good deal on these 4, which the last one's right here. And I'm going to go nuts with them. So, Voodoo Ranger, nice Belgium IPA at 9.5. Let's fucking go. $150, that's plenty. Let me set this up. That we can just do this here. And hopefully my broke dick tripod will focus and stand while we're doing this. Because this thing is not meant to stand. It's better to lay, but so far so good. 153 degrees, what we wanted. I'm going to dial this back just to here. What we wanted is 140. So I'm going to take my my dark brown Rit. And throw a couple splotches of this guy in. I already threw some Dawn in because it asks to have Dawn thrown in. Oop, tripod's starting to move. I'm going to need to adjust. Told you this tripod is just absolute garbage. I don't know how I've been rocking with this thing for the past 2 years. Oh, the tree dude. I think this is a Fellowship of the Ring, if I'm not mistaken. Great one of the great Lord of the Ring movies. So if I can just shut up and let you guys enjoy my dyeing process while my tripod is dying on me here. We're gonna make it happen, man, regardless. So thank you for the 2 peeps that are in here right now, bearing with me while my broke-ass tripod is getting situated, man. It's gonna happen. It's absolutely gonna happen. I just have to do a smidge of adjusting. There we go. That's a bit better. I had to orientate the legs in a certain fashion. There we go. That should work. So this is starting to cool off a bit. 157. I had it over 160, which I didn't want to. This is just a dual laser. There we go. Is it pulling up? There we go. 1,000-degree dual laser. Contact IR thermometer. So it's just infrared. You can see the laser. You can see how hot the actual element is, the heating element, which is that right there. It's over 341 degrees right now, but I just want my stuff getting down to 140. So we're at 156. I'm gonna let that just chill for a minute. I dialed down the heat just a tad. This is pretty much just my hot plate for all the crazy shit I do here in the dugout, man. Do I make coffee in the morning with it? Absolutely. When I'm out here, banging hammers and banging nails and causing a ruckus, absolutely. This is good, dude. I saw fruit punch and I'm like, wait, what? Fruit punch with a Belgium IPA? I'm not digging. I don't know if I'm gonna dig that. But I've had Voodoo before and it's really good, man. So, sláinte. Oh, I see this starting to slide. I told you this tripod is absolutely broke dick. I'm gonna have to adjust it a couple times, but for the meantime, as long as it's hanging on here, I can be patient if you guys can. So patience is not one of my strong suits, but I've learned to embrace it, man. So let me see if I can do this briefly while we're waiting for that to cool down. This is how the I.F.A.K fits inside of, so this is called the insert. And back in the day, they just used to be a perimeter wall. So there was one slot here and one slot here. There was no insert. This insert is something that's new, and I don't mean new, but new as of like 8 years ago new. And then it just has the quick connect buckle, which used to be called Duraflex buckles, but I don't know what the Army calls them. That's what the Marine Corps calls them. Call them Duraflex or Techno Locks. At any rate, this is fitted with Molly, Pals webbing. So you have your lateral and your 2 horizontals. These buttons are really great. You can always tell because the middle of the buttons usually look really, really worn out. I can show you on like a dump pouch of mine that these buttons are just smoked because they're old as shit, but these ones are fantastic. So at any rate, you pop this guy open, you're in a pinch, you have this nice long old school tether. So say you have this fixed to your kit or your battle belt, your waist, pull this guy out, and you could be fixing a homie with it, you could be fixing a battle buddy, you could be fixing a pal. It has probably about a solid 2-foot reach on it. Alright, we're down to $1.50. So, well, it was $1.50. It's $1.56. This isn't completely 100% accurate. Let's dial it down just a little bit more. It's hard to get regulated with electric, man. Electric is no joke. Gas is the way to go if you want an accurate heat. But, yeah, we're at 160. Certain pots, other pots are like 150 and change. Anyway, pop this guy open. Immediately you'll have tape right here. You'll have your cat tourniquet right here that you just draw out instantly. You'll have your nose, your pharyngeal, excuse me, your Sharpie will be here, your pharyngeal will be here. That's to bypass your pharyngeal goes up your nose and down your throat. It's a blue or teal greenish, like it almost looks like a weird L. Anyway, that goes down your throat if your airways are blocked. What goes here is secondary tape, medical tape. The big one in the middle is for an Israeli bandage or a compression bandage. Here is, what is it usually, gloves? I think it's gloves. I'm using this little compartment for, what? Chem lights. Just because I don't, oh, compression bandage. I'm using this for chem lights. This is usually used for medical tape and then chest seal. So, nose, pharyngeal, chest seal, compression or Israeli bandage. I forgot what this one's for, 100%. I'm using it for chem lights. And then compression bandage, chest seal. So you have everything. And then this is really cool because this has a little bit of 550. See if I get some light on there. This has a little bit of 550 that keeps it tethered. So on either side, you know, you just keep them anchored and have this nice and tight. So you can pop out your tape and then just peel it off as you need it. Just, you know, peel off a good solid foot or 2 or 6 inches, 8 inches, whatever you need. But for right now, I just have 3 little pieces of, so don't mind these Ranger bands. This is just to compress this. This looks like a positive roll like this guy. These are just gloves. They're black gloves, which I don't recommend. If you're checking somebody that has wounds, you don't want to use black gloves because blood doesn't show up with black gloves. So medical tape, that one usually goes at the top, but I'm using that spot for the Gorilla tape. So medical tape usually goes right here, and that's when this nice 550 comes into play because you can pull the elastic off it and then just spool this as you need it and fix somebody up. But I have this, which I'm gonna wind up stretching the shit out of this, but I don't care, it's my own. I have this anchored just because when I'm in the woods, I'm in a pinch, I need a whole roll of fucking Gorilla tape, man. That's just how I get down. You know, it always comes in handy in a pinch. This stuff, I don't even freaking remember what this shit's called, but it's like self-sticking. It's really good. It sticks on itself. Let me see if I can pull this open while we're still waiting for that to cool down. I just knocked that down a couple more notches, so yeah, 153. We're getting there, man. It's not going to be a totally quick process, but it is what it is. So, as long as I got, you know, one person riding with me, that's cool. It says next care. What the hell else does it say in there? Let's see. Let's get in there with a chunk of fat wood, if we possibly can. Because I know this tape has a name, I just can't freaking think of what exactly it's called. It has a name. Absolute, let's say absolute waterproof tape. That's not what it's called though. It has like a proper name to it, man. Oh, this fat wood smells outstanding, by the way. You want to give it a, oh, god damn, that's so good. I just pulled that off of here. It's a little sliver on the side, but man, that fat wood is like no joke, dude. That is some diesel stuff right there. Speaking of that, there's a little fat wood spoon I just banged out. Put a little high gloss to it. Yikes. How's that for grain? Yeah, I'm digging that thing. It fits right in the palm of your hand. It can be like a little coffee scoop, or you can use it for, you know, ice cream, or oatmeal, whatever the hell you want. But yeah, man, you won't see many people making spoons out of fat wood, I'll tell you that much, because it's a royal pain in the ass. It's one of the hardest woods to carve by hand, and I just mean that it's sappy. It's not like walnut or maple or oak. It's not one of those type of hardwoods, but red pine fatwood is just donkey dumb to carve by hand because it's fucking just a sticky, blubbering mess. And you literally have to sharpen your knife. I did at least. Had to sharpen my knife like every hour. Yeah, it just says waterproof tape by Nextcare. Huh. I know there's a name for it. I can't think of the name for it. And this stuff is this Mickelson? Oh, McKesson. Latex free McKesson. This is Nextcare. This is McKesson, but that's not the name for this shit either. I have another roll of it here, but that's not it. It's not McDavid self-stick tape. There's a name for this shit. I can't. I don't know. I'm not good with names. I'm terrible. I meet people and, an hour later I'm asking what their name is again. I'm freaking horrible. I'm trying to remember names. And here's another one. And that doesn't have any markings on the inside. So I'm going to see we're pretty good to go with that now. Let's get rocking. There's another thing I'm going to do with the I.F.A.K also and throw some A&D in. If you know, you know. And I dropped it. So I'm going to pack that stuff back up. There's 2 pairs of gloves here. And this stuff I just have compressed with Ranger bands. That's it. So these came off a bicycle tire. That's how you make these guys. I'll do a video about that sometime. I have more Ranger bands than I know what to do with. Whenever I send a package out to somebody, because I run a store, I don't know if you guys are aware, but I run a small store on Etsy, Beantown Bushcraft, and I'm constantly sending Ranger bands out to people just for shits and gigs, see if anybody can use them. And I always get, hey man, thanks for the Ranger bands. It's like, yeah, of course. Let's do that. Cap tourniquet is probably one of the most expensive items I have inside of my I.F.A.K, and this is like one of the good Gen 2 ones. I don't even know. Is there an expiration date? No, there's a proper NSN number. But yeah, I have it rigged up like regularly. The Sharpies are to right. So when you take your person to the hospital, I actually wrote small print here when I got this. This is probably 4 years old and I haven't used it yet. I don't want to use it. That's the whole thing with an I.F.A.K. You don't want to have to use it. Alright, 151. We're 11 above quota. Target. Thanks to like. Target temp. Boy, that 9%'s really going to the head, dude. 9.5% Belgium. We're 11 above that target temp, and I'm just like fucking pumped, beyond pumped right now. I'm super psyched to be able to do this. This was an absolute blast to dye, because it was like, I never seen anybody else do it. I've never seen anybody else take ACP, or ACU, excuse me. This is ACU print. Never seen anybody else take ACU and turn it into a desert mob hat. Ever. And I've been scouring YouTube for, since, I don't know, 2008. And most of the stuff I watch is military-based, military-geared. Most of it is like gear. I want to talk about gear. I want to look at gear. I want to touch gear. I want to smell gear. It all brings me back to, my grandfather just walking down the basement and seeing all his Navy gear packed away in these giant, big gray, like 2x3 ammo boxes that they used to use. 51 still. See if we can find a cool spot in here. Nope. Oh, turn it down another dot. Just another dot. Another dot should do it, man. Another dot should do it. So I got a couple of these guys. Don't know if anybody's hip to Grimlocks, but I got a couple of these guys, and not loving them, and it's not because they're not legit. They're official. I just don't love them because they're not the right color, and I'm that petty when I'm outfitting my gear. All my stuff, hence, me busting out the... No, you didn't, you son of a bitch. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Dude, it opened up. I guess I didn't tighten the cap up all the way. That could have been like wicked bad. Whoa. Holy farfig Nugan. Damn, that's dye too. Like, that could have just been really bad. I'll show the aftermath, because this is definitely stuff that people cut out. Look at. Look at. Dude. Look at my Yeti cooler. Dude. Look at my bones. So that was like a half a spent spoon, but oh my gosh. I could have really fucking dogged that bad if I didn't pick that up quick. So you know what I have to do with these pants like ASAP, because the whole thing with dye is it has to set. So it has to set, and it has to be in with like bleach. No. It has to be in with Dawn. All right, I'm going to do this. So, oh my gosh, man. I can't believe what a bonehead move. Kid, I didn't fucking tighten the ritdye. What a retard. Wow. Talk about fucking retard. Holy fucking retard, Murph. Nobody ever said I'm brave, not bright. I can't believe I just did that, kid. That's fucking so bad news. But, you know what? On the bright side, it could have been a lot worse. Let's look at it like that. Let me get this broke-ass tripod set up. Dude, that was fucking hairy, man. Woof. So, what I'm going to do after I get done dyeing these pants is pull these guys off and wash them ASAP. Fucking ASAP. I could care less about the top of the cooler right now. It's all about these drawers. I gotta wet this. Oh, this is crazy. Actually, just gonna wet it in the hot water on the stove. So I know it probably says don't blot, but this is where this comes in handy. So let's do this so you actually have a view of what the fuck I'm doing. Oh man, what a fucking toad. That's a typical toad move. That is me just being a straight balloon nut. So I'm going to apply the... I'm glad I got it on film at least. This is shit that most people cut out. This is shit that most people go, oh, well, that video's getting edited like that. No, fuck that, man. I'm keeping it in because, accidents happen. It is what it is. So now that you know what this right leg looks like below my knee, let's see in a couple days if this doesn't fix this. I could be pulling the dye right out of it right now, which is great, or I could be setting the dye. Who knows? But I'm going to do that again with a splash of Dawn and then dunk it in the hot water that I got going on in this hot top, the hot plate. So, honestly, it's freaking coming out pretty good. Let me get another headlamp so I can see what I'm doing. You guys can see what the fuck I'm doing, but I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, not bad. It's on the floor a little bit, but it's okay. I'm literally in the dugout, dude. This is the dugout. It's literally where I work. All my hides and shit. Like, this is a place that I have many hides. All the workings. Oh, that's toast. Well, at least we heard it in the background. Yeah, an exposed ceiling, exactly. That's not too shabby. That could have been fucking bad, dude. Bad. I picked it up like gingerly too. I just literally grabbed it by the neck. I picked it up like a goddamn fruitcake instead of, grabbed it with authority. Because I thought, there I go thinking again, I thought it was closed. I thought I closed it. There's going to be one little one like right here, which is okay, but I think for the most part, we got, that's the biggest thing is you got to move quick when you fuck with dyes and you start standing shit. It's like, back in the 50s, the 40s, the 50s, when dunking girls' hair and pigtails in the ink blot when you used to use fountain pens in school. It's way before my time, man. I went to school in the 80s, but same principle. So, let's, my pants are good. I'm not even stressing about that right now. And nothing else really got hit besides my tools. So, if my tools have a little bit of FDE on it, I'm cool with it. Top of my cooler, no big deal, but boy, what a bloody mess. What a mess. Can't believe I did that, man. Fucking all you can do is laugh. You can't even get mad. What's the point of getting mad? Shit happens. I had a reckless moment. That's all there is to it. I picked something up that I thought was sealed. Clearly was not. I didn't have the cap on good, which shame on me because I was just shaking it too. Like, that was fucking dumb. That was wicked dumb. But if you don't learn from your mistakes, then it's like the mistake is something you're willing to redo. So if you learn from it, hey, awesome, there you go. You learned a lesson from that stupid ass mistake. I'll never do that again. I'll never pick a dye container up without making sure the cap is 100% fastened. So, lesson learned. Super easy, man. Can't stress over nonsense, but it was like a half a spoon, and I'm just gonna rub this in now. That dye is gonna marinate on this pine now, and I'd rather keep it dark here, so I'm just gonna let that sit. Let it sit. Now it's on like my chisel handles. it's on this beautiful piece of bone that turning into, I don't know why there's a sticker on it. Beautiful piece of, there's a half a bone that I whacked in half, but I'm gonna turn this into an old school Viking comb. So I actually wouldn't mind that, having a little color with it. So, helpful accident. Absolutely, like Bob Ross always said, happy little accident, dude. I'm actually just gonna leave that. It really didn't get on anything major. It got on the floor a little bit. It got on my Yeti cooler. I could give a shit about my Yeti cooler. My Yeti cooler's on its way out anyway, so I think we're just about, as soon as I get this cleaned up, the top of the cooler looks a lot better, man. If you're just tuning in, I just had an accident with my dye. So I'm dyeing OCP. I'm dyeing an OCP and making it coyote. I just dropped the dye. It went fucking everywhere. All over my Yeti cooler. Like an absolute abortion, but it is what it is. So this asshole didn't tighten the cap, and I picked it up by the cap like a dickhead. I'm 99% of the time pick stuff up like this. I'm in my workshop, so it's no big deal. It's absolutely no big deal, but I'm still going to try to clean this up as best as I possibly can. I got a wet one on here. I'm literally just going to use the soapy hot Dawn water that I'm going to use to dye the OCP. So I have a couple more here. I got a 4-pack of them. And I'm going to dye 50% of them right now, and this is what they will look like. Oh no! I did get it on my... Oh no! It went all the way over here. Oh no! Fuck's sake! Oh dude, it got on my... It like got on my gear. Oh fuck. It got on my rock. Oh fuck. fuck? It got on my ruck. It got on my woolly. Oh, dude, I don't care if it got on my woobie. It'll wash off the woobie. Or if not, it's camo anyway, so I don't give a flying fuck. But damn, it got on my woolly, dude. Use that like on the foot of my bed just to like make it look nice. On the foot of the couch. I have a couch here that I fucking chill in. Because why be in a workshop if you can't be comfortable in between breaks? But god damn it. Got on my rock, dude. Well, at least it didn't get on my rock, like my Philby rock. Damn it, all the beaver balls. Well, you know what? This one's going anyways. I'm actually replacing this with, so that's all good. Now this is this, but dyed. So that's OCP. This was Army OCP because I didn't have an extra. I had a M81 Woodland canteen case. And I wanted to find a secondary one. I found this and it was like $4. So, you know, me being me, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll dye it. So anyways, I'm turning this to this color. That's why I'm doing this, because it's a very close match to the FDE. But yeah, not so bad. That's not horrible. If you haven't liked and subscribed, Beantown Bushcraft, let's fucking go. This is gonna be an absolute shit show because that's just how I roll. I'm not editing anything. I'm not cutting out any of the happy accidents. It is what it is, dude. And yeah, we're just rolling with it, man. But I think I was talking about these Grimlocks before I got mad jammed up and knocked a bunch of shit over. But these are the Grimlocks that I like. Let me show you the differential real quick. And you might be able to tell the difference. So OD green, and on eBay, these are advertised as Coyote. That's Coyote. This is FTE. It's actually, if you go on Mil-Spec Monkey or any Marine Corps site, this is called Marine Corps Brown. These are OD green. Huge fucking difference. You can clearly see the difference all day. How much darker the one on the right is a brown, and this is an OD green if you know anything about anything. So yeah, dude sold me a bunch of these, and I was like, son of a bitch, man. Whatever. I'm gonna hang on to them. I'll probably wind up giving them away in a giveaway on the channel or something. I like doing fun shit like that. So yeah, Beantown Bushcraft on YouTube, Beantown_Bushcraft on Insta, and Summon You're in a Viking on both. Summon You're in a Viking. So feel free, check out, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Let me get this camera stable, and I think it's about time to dunk this guy. Man, what a debacle. Oh, that was just a debacle, but it was funny. You can't say that shit wasn't funny, dude. I went through like fucking 7 of these already. The cooler was all plastic. I'm not stressing about that. I was more stressing about my Crocs. My camo Crocs. And, which I just wiped off a whole good bit right here. My Crocs and, my damn pants, man. I don't want, was I calling this OCP? It's ACU. I'm so sorry. This is ACU. I'm wearing OCP pants. These are OCP before I happen to spill dye on them. These are OCP. That's ACU. Not get confused here. So, I think that will work. I hope that will hold. Fingers crossed that will hold. Oh man, you guys are gonna have so much fun watching this video and realizing what a massive shit show it was. To boot, that was fucking hilarious. I'm just so lucky. Ooh, I'm just so lucky. Check this out. Look how much dye I actually spilled. Let me get my headlamp in there. Can you see that? So, without being reckless and dumping this again, it was full to just about the brim. It's literally, so there's the, it was full to here. It's literally here. I spilt less than an eighth. So that's absolute magic, man. And I'm going to dump about a quarter of this in. I'm just looking and seeing exactly how much I got left. And I'm going to throw a bit more soap. And yes, I'm properly tightening the cap this time, dude. Wow, what a massive shit show if you hadn't had this. Annie's shells and white cheddar cheese. Fucking fantastic. It's like beyond good. So, let's check the temp one more time. It's supposed to be 140. Look at that. We had to dull the heat down because it got a little bit hotter than I wanted it to. Now I can carefully kick it back up just an eighth. And we're at 133. So, target area, successful. That's what I want to shoot for. I'm going to try to set the tripod up right here. Like I said, this is an absolute broke dick tripod. So 2 legs in the front, 1 in the back. Let's see if this will hold. If it holds, awesome. If it doesn't, whatever. That shit sucks anyways. Fucking tripods. Like the most broke dick tripod. And why have I not, replaced it, grabbing a nut? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not like I'm that broke. I'm not that broke. I'm kind of broke, but I'm not that broke. Tripod's what, 30 bucks? Let me see how well that holds. As long as I don't bump the table or anything, should be okay. Fucking Belgian ale is fantastic. Let's kick on a little Cobalt Light. I'm wondering if I want to take the bungee off of this. I can even see what I'm doing. So there's a bungee attached to this. So when this is on your hip, or your plate carrier, or your battle belt, you can help a buddy by literally handing him your I.F.A.K, your inset. So I think to make it easier, I may just untangle it. I may just untie it real quick. But I have to remember what goes with what. Actually, I don't. I wrote it all down because I'm that anal retentive. So when you guys were back over the cutting board here, you were kind of over a better side. But, it is what it is right now. So this is discombobulated. I'm going to drop the insert as we speak, and let's see what it looks like on it. So it's going to look a lot better than that. The whole key to this is submersion. And I'm going to drop. And yeah, it's hot, but I'm going to agitate it with an old broke-ass spoon that I use for this process. Well, this and wax melting. I use this and wax melting, and I see this starting to go. Let's see if we can move it back to this side. See if we have a better angle. So that's what we're working with right now. And yeah, there's a lot of cords all over the place and whatnot. Like I said, man, this is my dugout. This is my little workstation. My little home away from home. So if it's gangster and fucking ghetto looking, it is what it is, dude. It's not like I live out of this place. This is my workshop. This is so nobody in the house fucking bothers me. What did I do with my Dawn? Here we go. So the key to this is to add Dawn. I already added some Dawn to it. And you want to have this at full submersion. There we go. Here's a bit of a better shot. You gotta have the temp correct. You have to have enough water to submerge it, but not enough that the water's gonna dilute the dye, if that makes sense. So I'm actually gonna insert the pack now. So there's 2 different pots to this. This is actually called the IFAK pouch. Pull the ISN number if you like. Do whatever you like. It says Improved First Aid Kit, which I.F.A.K. So this is the improved. There's an improvised first aid kit. which is I.F.A.K, is what that usually stands for. There's the MSN number. You see where it says pouch. This is just the pouch, and that would be the insert that I just added. So, there's the MSN number, the 6545, and then the secretary number and the lot number. The lot number is just what barrel it came from. And this is 067, so I'm just going to dump this guy in. We have the container, we have the bungee in here, which is just like an old school phone cord. Let's see if I can open this guy a little bit up. And there's plastic inserts in either side just to keep its integrity while you have this filled up. And it's actually easier because on this side, your cat tourniquet kind of really just glides right through here, and it's super nice. So ideal. No, I should probably have a bit more water, but will it work? Absolutely. Will I get full submersion? Yeah, totally. So I'm just going to push this guy down and in. Start to get it submerged. And the water's a bit hot. That's all good. We want it hot. And here we go. Here goes nothing. So now that I have almost full submersion, we'll go with just the spoon. I'll rotate. This is just a stainless steel pan that it won't. Something that it won't. I've dyed many things. Starting off, one of the first things I dyed was this guy. So this guy was ACU to start off with. That was an ACU canteen pouch. So it looked like that. It looked like that print. And I turned it into this guy. So it matches my I.F.A.K, my 3-day assault pouch, my 3-day assault pack a bit better. I have to do this for the simple fact that my assault pouch is heavy as shit. I got a ton of stuff in there. So try not to touch anything. That's why let's do this. Well, let's talk about 22 a day. Can we do that real quick? So it's a little Valhalla project, 22 a day. So 22 veterans a day commit suicide. 22 veterans a day die to blowing their brains out, hanging it up, jumping in front of a semi-truck. I just want to talk about that just for a minute. I'm not going to, I'm not going to talk about it, to be an asshole, to be excessive, to bore the shit out of everybody. I just, as long as I can get the message out there that 22 veterans a day in the United States commit suicide to, PTSD, to, problems at home, to, their wife divorcing them because they came back and have a TBI, a traumatic brain injury. I just wanted to share a bit that, 22 veterans a day die. So that's from the Valhalla Project. It's 22 a day. And, it's sad that we have vets living on the street homeless, man, when they should be living in really nice houses. They should be able to have, the VA should, kick their shit up and have, have veterans backs, man. Like, they literally kicked ass on the front line, made it back stateside to what? Be told no, to be told sorry, there's nothing we can do for you, to be told, good luck, try to go to this hospital, when, guys are struggling, man, and it's freaking super sad that we don't have better help in the United States with all the resources that we have, and there's guys, killing themselves. There's guys taking their own lives, dudes with wives and families, and we just need to look out for our vets better. And it starts, one little step at a time, which is, doing what you can, looking up certain websites, what you can do to help vets to get on, not to get on the VA, because the VA is, you can't really get on the VA, man. Like, they're a tough cookie to crack. I'm gonna pull this insert out. You can see how bloody hot it is. But it's seen enough, so you can see the outside. The inside has like a rubberized type of coating. It's probably the Cadora, and it's meant to be, somewhat waterproof. So I'm just happy that the outside accepted the dye a bit better than than I thought it would, or that I hoped it would. Just gonna wring this guy out for a little. But yeah, man, if you just, if you know a veteran, you care about a veteran, you grew up with a veteran, you went to high school with a veteran, anything, man, reach out to them. Say, hey, man, give them a buzz. Even if you haven't talked to them in 5, 6, 8, 10 years. Say, hey, dude, how you doing? Are you good? Is there anything I can do for you? Can I help you? Can I take you out for coffee? You need anything? See how they're doing. Just give them a fucking buzz, man. Just talk to them. Say hello. That's the biggest thing, is just showing you give a shit. Saying hello. Letting them know you give a fuck. It's a big deal just to reach out to somebody that you fuck with like that. And pardon my bad language, but that's just how I talk, man. I don't sugarcoat anything. And if you don't like the way I speak, then that's your bad, not mine. I just it's a serious topic that for long enough, from shit World War II, Christ, World War One, we don't know much about, because there wasn't a lot of media and media coverage. There wasn't even fucking televisions back then. But since World War II and the Vietnam War, guys coming back being spit on by these Berkeley hippie jerks, saying, why are you taking out the VC, man? When I'm not gonna get into politics why we went to Vietnam. It is what it is. It happened. But was it right? It's not my place to say whether it was right or not. What's not right is the way our guys were treated when they got back, man. That's what's not right. That's what's messed up. And, it was a little bit better when our guys came back from OEF, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and, Operation OEF, Operation Enduring Freedom. So those guys had a lot better response when it comes to people. In Desert Storm, yellow ribbons wrapped around our trees. That was done for our dudes. So, if you ever drove down the street in the 90s, in a nice patriotic neighborhood, you'd realize that, wow, what's that yellow ribbon wrapped around that tree for? What's that star hanging above that window for? That was for, our cats that were overseas, getting blown up, losing digits, losing limbs, taking the ultimate sacrifice, man. Making the ultimate sacrifice, getting limbs shot off, dude. Losing buddies. Like, I'm not, putting any type of token on myself. I'm not the best advocate for, veterans' rights or this or that, but, I do my little part, man, and I'm not going to go into that, but, it started growing up in a military household, a household where my grandparents were military. And that's, when I was little, kind of instilled in me, like, holy crap, like, what respect and honor was. So I learned that at a young age, man. I've carried that all the way up into my 10 days will be 45 years. But, yeah, man, just, do what you can when you can. That's all I ask. Try to respect the people that, have really kicked ass and done the absolute best that they can and given absolutely everything they had and then some for the little luxuries that we enjoy, like kicking our feet up and not worrying about Chinese kicking our doors in, about, going to play at a park with our kids and not worrying about, the Taliban doing drive-bys, right? Like, just silly, nonsensical things like that. Like, if we lived in a third world country, we would have to deal with stuff like that. We don't have to deal with stuff like that. Why? Because we have dudes, that will, you know, kick ass and go overseas and, you know, do the righteous thing. That's actually the ideal temp I was shooting for, 140. Absolutely outstanding. That will do the righteous thing and go defend our freedoms, man. Like, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome how amazing vets are, that they've given more than we could ever imagine and kicked ass. So with that being said, I'm gonna stop talking about that, because I don't want to kick a dead horse. I just want to get that out there, man. 22 a day. 22 a day. 22 vets die a day because they take their own lives. So, you know, do what you can for them. And with that being said, I'm gonna dunk my next one, because we should probably run to the hose after we submerge this. We'll run to the hose outside, and since, as I said, I'm in the dugout and I don't have running water in here. It would be nice, but I don't. So let's get this broke dick tripod set back up. We'll submerge the other one, and while we're submerging the other one, we have our peak temp right now, which is freaking outstanding at 140 on the button. And we'll go rinse these guys off. And, oh yeah, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. I always forget about that, just because this tripod is so bad. Let's see if we can chalk this guy. And when I'm saying it's so bad, like it's one of those weird octopus ones. Like, it wraps around stuff really good, and it will like hold around, you know, say a railing or something. But as far as standing up, dude, it's fucking garbage. It's absolute garbage. But that looks pretty good in dark. It's not going to stay that dark. It will lighten up to like something like that from the old, I kept calling it OCP, ACU. Man, I'm having a hard time here. I got a couple clamps here, maybe. And yes, of course, I painted those with a camo scheme too. Let's see if maybe we can wrap this guy. Can I wrap this guy here? I apologize for all this broke dick shit, man. I know it sucks. I know it fucking sucks. I know how shitty it is to deal with somebody that is having camera issues. I freaking feel you. But, you know, put yourself in my shoes for a second. Imagine being that guy dealing with the camera issues, knowing that I'm not filming this to my full potential. Okay, all right. We might have something going on here. Stand by. That might be the dub for the win, man. Let's do this and see how this guy works out. I actually have a toaster oven that I use to heat metal up to temper it. You are fastened on the toaster oven right this second. And that's in frame. Look at that shit, dude. Hopefully it holds. Stand by. I'm gonna grab a secondary. Actually, what I should do is clean off the Yeti cooler real quick, man, because I know that dye. Oh, and I can't dunk this right now. I know that dye's sinking in pretty ferociously. That's just half the fun of messing with stuff that can make a mess. No pun intended. But messing with dye, you know, there's always a chance that shit can pop off. Fucking ruin your day. Whether you let it ruin your day or not is kind of what matters, right? Let's check this again. Now that I have a proper shot, you guys can kind of see front and center what it's at. What is that, 142, 1? Outstanding. And I can't say enough, this Fruit Force Voodoo Ranger, really good, man. Really good. That Belgium IPA, man. What a cool can, too. Totally cool can. Alright, let's let's get our secondary one. So I did say I had these written down. I was not kidding. I do have these written down. I'm not going to share it because there's kind of private information on the flip side of this, but yeah, I'm just gonna. So 71 and 11. Let's see the numbers on here. 67. So that would be my number 2. I had a number 1 and number 2, so I had 4 of them total. Number 1 and number 2 were tied. Or number 1 was 71 and 11. That's what I left off. 71. Okay. So number 1 and number 2, excuse me. Number 1 was solid. It was 70. Number 71 and 11. So I don't know if you can see in there, but on the bottom, the lot number, it says 71. And then here on the bottom of this one, it's 11. So I wrote them down prior to figure out which one I liked the best. So 71 and 11 was number 1. I actually did this one first, the one I just dyed, the pouch and the insert, which was number 67 and 164. So those are all lot numbers. 87 and 38 were number 3 and 4, and those are tied. So they're both like, I judged them by, I categorized them by which ones were in best condition. There you go. Now you got the skinny scoop of the deal on why I'm only going to do 2 right now, just in case somebody doesn't like that and they want an I.F.A.K in ACU. I'll have a straight up one for them. So I'm going to do 2 right now. And as you know, I still have like more than half of that contained right now. What I'm just doing with this guy is just letting it sit, basically just letting it marinate in. I'm putting the other pouch. I'm putting the insert inside of this pouch right now, but super dark. As soon as I wash it with a little bit of soap at the spigot, and I'll take you guys to the spigot, that will lighten right up. Not terribly, but enough. So, as I was saying, oh, we gotta untie this one too. I think I tied this one pretty good, hopefully. I don't know. Not bad at all. Outstanding. So that's why I wrote them down, so I didn't get them confused. I didn't put the wrong pouch with the wrong, it wouldn't have really mattered, but the wrong pouch with the wrong insert. I just didn't want to do that because when I had these sent to me on eBay, some of them were like snipped here or trimmed here, and they were spliced. So what I did is I cut them at the splice to make them nice, and then burnt them to make them like official, dude. I wanted these guys to be legit and official. And as you can see, that's brand new. That's never even seen combat. The elastic's brand new. The other one was too. There's one that seemed just a hair worn, but all 3 of the inserts are brand new inserts. Let's check the temp on this again. 147, so it went up just a hair. Hopefully that's coming up. 147.3. That one's coming in at 147. My target temp is 140. I'm going to turn it down just a quarter turn. Just a quick of a turn. This stuff's really good too if you want something non-alcoholic. Poppy. This one's called Raspberry Rose. It was just a tonic I got from Market Basket. Leaving this afternoon, I went to grab some grub. Raspberry Rose. Probiotic tonic. I guess it's good for you, whatever. I like the mint green one they have. I've never tried this one before, so I tried the Raspberry Rose. Dude, not bad. Like, I won't say it's fantastic. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I'd still drink root beer every day over this. I'm a big A&W guy. Love root beer. Alright, so pull my drawers up. Let's drop this guy. And this is 71 and 11, right? 71 and 11. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Drop the cord in first. I want to set in where it's kind of flat because I know the back is going to accept the dye better. And they say do this hot. Hot is the way to go. If you think about it, when you have hotter fibers in anything, they open up like meat. So when meat gets cold, they tighten up like that. That's why they say let your meat rest. So when meat's like hot cooking, it's like this. And when you let it rest, they kind of relax. Same thing with this. So you want to put it in hot, and then once it cools down, the fibers will, kind of relax, but they'll lock in to all the dye that you just submerged your gear into. Another reason why I was only going to do two of these tonight is for the simple fact that it takes a minute. They ask you to leave it in here for a half hour. Well, like 20 minutes. But I'm actually just going to dump just another smidge of dye in here again. And there's more than half. So I have plenty more than enough I want to do the other two ACU I.F.A.K pouches. But my plan is to put these guys up on, you can see just by touching it. Just by touching it, it puts a nice little coat on the outside, man. Digging it. The plan is, and the thing that I really like about almost all military pouches, and just about military anything, is the freaking smell, dude. It's just that garrison storage. I don't even know if that's what it is, but that's what I assimilate that smell with, is just how stuff smells. Because the gray box I was talking about, the gray ammo box I was talking about earlier, that my pa used to keep all his Navy gear in, just had a certain unique smell. And it's funny, I remember the first time walking into an Army Navy store when I was young. I mean, just a kid in Melrose, Mass. No bullshit. Right on Main Street, across from Papagenos. If anybody, dude, if you know, you know. But when I was just a wee lad, freaking that smell, dude. There's nothing like that smell in the world if you enjoy it. It's like certain people that like cigar smells, cool. Certain people like gasoline smells, cool. It's like, I like the smell of Army Navy stores. I don't know if it's just the old, it's not even musty. It's a bit musty, but it's more like old nostalgia, your grandfather's attic or grandma's basement type of smell. For me, it just brings back some really fantastic memories of, being a young man growing up in Mass in a military family. So, yeah, man, that those people aren't here anymore, that freaking does it for me. So it brings back some really, really cool kick-ass old memories. Stuff I can never get back because those people aren't here anymore. So just good stuff, man. Absolutely good stuff. I can hold this on this side. There's so much wax and like grease and the freaking dye and all kinds of wacky stuff on this hot plate. I haven't cleaned this thing in a minute. Other than I'm on camera, I'm like, hopefully nobody's like mad grossed out. But like I said, man, this is my dugout, dude. This is where I work. I make all my home leather tanning products, and I literally, with my heat gun right here, made my first, and I've made 3 of them so far, but I made my first leather tankard. It's like probably, I think it's almost a foot. It's like 11 inches high. All hand sewn leather tankard. Things awesome. People love them. The people that have grabbed them absolutely love them. Like, Murph, that is just too cool, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this sit now. That guy's good to go. That's coming in at 126 just because, take the temp away. I added heat, right? Or I added material, so it's going to sop up some of that some of that temp. What's that one coming in at? 127.7. And this thing's accurate as hell. Absolutely accurate. So, fuck, I want to go to the hose to rinse this guy off with a bit of Dawn soap. But I know it's going to be a shit show taking the camera out there. It really is. It's absolutely going to be a freaking shit show. I'm going to do it at any rate. I guess, don't mind me. I'm dreading it just because I know what it's going to take to set the camera up, break it down. All right, enough complaining. Nobody wants to hear that. So this side of the insert, the inside where all the equipment is tethered, seems to have a really, really good tan on it. This is still pretty green, which is okay. The hook and loop, it is what it is. I anticipated it as much. I was just hoping that our overall coverage got pretty decent with the saturation point. So I know the outside is going to be, you know, it has that almost like an oil base to it because of the Cordura, which is nothing I can do about a 1000D Cordura, but dyeing Cordura just, it kind of, you have to be on a commercial scale to make it proper, to saturate your material thoroughly. I'm clearly working in my dugout right now, so we're not on a commercial scale whatsoever. We are on an extremely residential scale. But yeah, man, it works, right? So it's always fun doing little projects like this, man. So now the heat's off. I drain my gloves. Heat's off. Unplugging. Picking this up not from the cap this time, but from the freaking neck of the bottle. So that doesn't happen again. Yikes. Dude, what a shit show that was. Alright, let's go. I'm probably just going to take his right off of the tripod. Let's do that. Yep, right off the tripod. Thanks for sticking with whoever's here. 1 hour and 7 minutes. We're probably going to end this in about 15, 20. So, just to give you a heads up. But thank you for slapping that like button, man. I really appreciate it. All right. These buckles don't die. They do die a little bit, but not much. Like, you know, that's pretty damn close to the original. It's still, you can see the difference between the gray and almost the brown tried to permeate this, but it's hard, dude. It's hard, heavy duty military plastic, so that's absolutely not going to happen. But what I might do is make sure this guy's sealed. Pop this guy in here so it's less to carry. Take it to the spigot. Let this guy just freaking marinate. It almost looks like a dry spot there. And me being me, I'm Irish, so I'm pretty friggin' frugal, man. I'm actually going to save the majority of this dye rather than tossing it. So I have like just a little goofy container down there. I'm going to put this in after I pull this guy out. Should I probably rinse him at the same time and be efficient? Yeah, but I just sunk this guy in, and I'm going to kill the vid when I come back and rinse this one solo. But I'm just going to take you guys for one quick rinse so you can see how much. Oh, hey, thanks for joining. So you can see exactly how much. All right, soap's in there. So you can see how much, excuse me, how much dye comes out of this. And like I said, it's definitely going to dull down. But I wish it stayed as dark as it is right now. Like, you know, like that. You know, it's gonna dull down to that a bit and not stay that, but it stays about that. So OCP, excuse me, ACU to dyed ACU to freshly dyed ACU. M81. All right, so let's do it. Man, look at that. I haven't even cleaned that. Sorry, I haven't even cleaned that up yet. Look at that's my fly for my friggin' hammock. My hammock's literally right here, but right on the floor. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna take my vape with. No, I'm not. I'll leave it here. All right. So that's off. All right. As long as that's off, I wanted to make sure that was off. That's like the biggest deal. Just to make sure that guy is off. I'm gonna head to the spigot real quick. Give this guy a rinse. Try to be quiet in the process. You want to see something cool? How's that for freaking cool? How's that for even fucking cooler? You know what time it is. This Coleman Cola. Let me try that again. This Coleman Cola was my great grandfather's. I swear to God, this thing's freaking 80-something years old. Look at all the, I mean, it's plastic on top, but look at the metal hinges. I mean, we've had it outside for ages, so we've just kind of let it go to shit. But, dude, that's OG original Coleman Cola. Coleman Cola. I keep saying that funny. How's that for us in frame? Is that gonna work? Yeah, if I pop something under it. How's this? Pop a pine cone under it? Let's see if we can do that. Pop a pine cone without jamming up the shot. Yep, that'll work. Alright, cool. Hopefully it's in frame. Let's see if this is in frame right now. Yeah, kind of, sort of. As long as you can see. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. How's that? Is that better? As long as it's in frame, yeah. Yep, not bad. That works. Let me not soak my phone. Outstanding. My flashlight can handle it. But the oop. Why is that? Oh, there we go. What a meathead. Wow, I'm a wicked meathead. Alright, as long as we're still halfway decent. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Maybe if I move it over here a tad. But look at that. Can you see all the dye coming out of it already? Hell yeah. Alright, so we're just going to give it a small rinse with Dawn. We do this. Keep it from splashing so much. Move the Dawn over. And go on the inside. Nope, the outside. Because the outside is really what took the dye. And I'm not going to... I don't want to wash it. I just want to set the dye with cold water. I'm just going to squish it a couple times and put it to the side. Now that there's some good soap in here, I'm going to take a little bit more Dawn and first go inside. We'll get the whammy bar. Right, give that guy a squish. Give this guy. You don't want to really scrub the hell out of it. You don't want to wash the dye out of it, but you do want to rinse it. So that's why we cook it in hot water first, right? So there was soap with this dye, so I'm literally just going to do a quick once over because I don't want to rinse the dye out of it, but I do want to clean all the soap off it and get the heaviest parts pretty much out of it. Once I see this starting to run clear, or clearer, I know it's better. And there are plastic inserts in the sides here, so it does get a little, like right here, you can see, right? See how sturdy that is? There's plastic inserts in the side, but I don't want to like scrub it like I'm doing dishes. I just want to get the majority of the dye out of here. Now I know that guy's good. I know there's quite a bit of soap still in here, so I'm just going to give this a quick once over with the hook and loop. Wash the hook and loop pretty good, which they tell you to wash this prior. I didn't, because I know these inserts are brand new, meaning they're not dirty. There wasn't any dirt from the field on them, anything to that nature. But alright, that's pretty good running clear. I can comfortably put that guy away. Pretty sure this guy's good. And you do use your drainage point for your tether. I'm gonna say this guy's good now too. And it still has that cool smell, so I couldn't be happier. It has that old school Army and Navy store smell. Yes, I'm a product of the 80s. I still drink from the spigot. I drank from the hose as a kid, so what's gonna stop me now? Like I said, I have a birthday in 10 days, so on top of being a Samhain baby, for you that don't speak Gaelic, that's Halloween. So on top of being a Samhain baby, yeah, dude, like Libras, October, absolutely just outstanding. All right, spigot's off, check valves off, let it run out quickly. Boop. That's good. I didn't even use that. I just have this to bring with, just in case. That's where I sparked that fire last week for you guys. That flint and steel fire here on Beantown. That's where I did it. So back in the dugout. Oh, my buddy gave me this. My buddy, matter of fact, he gave me both of these. My buddy, Soul Snatcher. He gave me this awesome hydration pouch, which I couldn't have been any happier. Super good dude. He gave me the hydration pouch. I had my name tape before, but he threw this in when I bought this from him. So I'm gonna shoot a video on this one. But this is a full Philby. That's the assault pack. That's a full Philby. So I have literally a full Philby ready to go for some kick-ass freaking videos, man. I cannot wait. But he threw this in, which I thought was really cool. It's OD on one side, ripstop. Hopefully you can see that. Where's my thumb? Here we go. Ripstop material. Let me get a bit closer. I'm not yelling at you. Can you see that? See that ripstop in there? I can't. My head's kind of getting in the way. At any rate, it's tan on that side. And then he threw some netting to boot with some 1100 to whatever I need, you know, to anchor it to. But what a dude. Like, what a dude, man. Absolute stand-up cat. So if you're on IG, please go check him out. Soul Snatcher 556. It might even be Soul_Snatcher 556, but what a solid dude. Like, dude's a great cat and a great friend of mine. I did give it a little, just a quick little overspray, because it was that, you know, the old school, super old school tan. But, yeah, I just wanted to do a quick one. And I'm lucky that I had the old school, the 100, if you know, the 100 hydration bladder, because I was like, oh no, the only hydration bladder, well, I have three, but like the main one I use, let me move this is my tobacco drying. Yes, I dry tobacco, without spilling it all. The main one I use when I'm in the woods, I still have way too much going on in my hands, is this guy. Let me see if I can yank him out. Now, if I can't yank him out, then at least let me clear my throat. Alright, I'm gonna yank him out. There we go. So, the old school hydrated dye. That's a lot wider. This is the one dude's got deployed with. It's the 3 liter/100 ounce. This is like, when you talk about camelbacks, this is like the camelback. Like the one in here was the 90s, like the Operation, the Desert Storm. That was a Desert Storm camelback. You might even be able to see it just a hair up here. See that green? You can just tell by that green. And then the funny circular cap. But this mouth is so much bigger. This camelback hooks on that bladder, but the newer version, right? So it's 100 ounce. It's super, super good. It's a big mouth. You can fill it quick. The drip tip, the bite valve is just so much better than the old school ones. The new school ones are much better. It's just it's an all around. First go, last no. It's an all around just much better camelback device than the old school ones. The old school ones were kind of, these ones are a top shelf. But one unfortunate thing, when he sent me this, I was like, oh shit, man, I don't know if I have a bladder to fill it. And it was funny, the very last bladder that I checked fit that, because I thought that would fit that just by looking at the mouth. I'm like, yeah, man, I can get this, because what you do is you stick this neck on the outside of the bladder and then, run your hydration tube and blah, 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 blah. But this is like the official hydration tube. And I know I'm filming horrible here. I apologize. I have a headlamp on, so I'm foreshadowing myself by blocking you guys out, which I absolutely do not mean to, and I apologize, and I'm trying to correct it every time I do it. But this hydration tube cover is so much better than this one. This one is like knitted, and it's neoprene. Actually, it's neoprene, and I spray painted it to make it that coyote. But it's neoprene, and it's not very durable. It doesn't last. You cannot chip it, nick it, crap like that. This one is, it's Cadora. It's like 1000D Cadora, and it keeps its shape. It's extremely rigid. So as soon as he said he was sending me a freaking camelback sheet, camelback dispenser inside of here, I was like, no way, dude. I was like, you're the man. I was like, I got a hydration pouch for it, but it's just this one. It's not the one that has the hole here with the backpack straps like this guy. So this one you can actually wear, but if you're wearing it under body armor, it doesn't feel, it feels kind of weird. So yeah, I was just happy to have it. I was happy that he hooked me up with it, and I was like, fucking savage, dude. So I'll pack all that up later. I don't want to freaking bother you guys. Little shit bird. I got a fly trap in here because I'm constantly keeping the door open because I need ventilation, fresh air. Look at this dirt bag. Dickhead. Do you see him flapping away? Fucking dick. That's what you get for being a pest, dude. A little fucking maggot. I could literally call him that, too. Fucking maggot. Yep, that is a fly stuck on a damn fly trap, man. And you can see I caught all his uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers, nephews. Oh, there's 2 of them. Check it out. Look at this dude. You see where I'm pointing? Look at this dude. He's like waving his arms, help me! And then his nephew's underneath him. Oh, that's fucking gold. Oh my god, I caught 3 of them. So him, I can't even focus that close. So him, let me pull my headlamp back. Or actually, let me kill the high beam. Him, and him. Larry, Moe, and Curly. Look, he's waving. Oh, that's fucking priceless. There we go. Now it's focusing. Am I the only one that thinks this is hilarious? They're waving. He's like, Get me out of here. Welcome to the dugout, bitch. Oh, fucking horrible. I apologize. No, not really. Not really, man. All right, so that has sat for a good little bit. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you with rinsing this one out, too. You've already seen the process. I'm going to put myself back on camera just to end this vid. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in to the live stream, man. I really, really, really freaking do. Just want to thank absolutely everybody. Yeah, not blind, yes. And find a good place to put this that nobody is blinded except me. I'm allowed to be blinded. I just want to thank everybody. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for going on this silly little journey with me. It was just a fun, quick little down and dirty how to dye with ritdye, dark brown, how to dye your ACU, I.F.A.K, or whatever, anything ACU, to make it freaking a Marine Corps desert. And if I don't say so myself, it's pretty damn close. You tell me. So, still wet, still dripping, it's all good. I've already spilt fucking dye on the floor, so what's a little bit of clean Dawn water. Before and after. I mean, pretty self-explanatory, right? A lot better. Did a lot better. This is a lot more subdued too. This is bright, right? It stands out. This may blend in an early spring environment, but absolutely nowhere near as how versatile that this will. This will blend in with, I mean, and you can even, hit it with a wax chalk marker and throw a couple small, like, imagine tiger stripe pants. Ding, ding, ding. And throw white chalk marks with a wax pencil on it. For anybody that's in the trades, you know what I'm talking about, for marking tile and marking X's at the lumberyard at the end of 2x6s and fucking 9-foot 6x6s. You mark this with a couple stripes, and next thing you know, this could blend in with snow. So this is going to be really, really rad when it dies down to this color, because this is where it initially winds up looking like when it's dry. I think I went a bit light on this one though, so this one may stay a bit darker. I'll definitely do a follow-up vid, but yeah, man, I appreciate it. It was a fun little ride, nothing special, nothing crazy. Just dyeing military gear, dyeing ACP, ACU to desert mod pack, and that's pretty much it. I just want to say thank you for everybody that joined in. I appreciate the hell out of you. It was a fun battle watching me absolutely spill fucking dye all over the dugout. It was an absolute blast. But it is what it is. So just thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging with me and rolling with the punches, because I get a little much sometimes, because I just I let my head go and just do one of those. But bearing with me with all the bad actuations about my tripod setup, and just, man, it's always something. It's always something. So I just want to say thank you so much for rolling with me and enjoying the show. I'm gonna go back and fuck with those dudes in a little while. I'm gonna leave them alone and go rinse that. But yeah, thank you so much. So stay rad. Tell somebody you love them. Don't forget to summon your inner Viking on IG and Beantown Bushcraft on YouTube and IG. Beantown_Bushcraft on IG. Beantown Bushcraft also on IG. Beantown Bushcraft on YouTube, of course, that's where you found me. And summon your inner Viking on IG. And now just started the new channel, Summoner and a Viking on YouTube. So thank you so much. You guys are fucking outstanding. Absolutely love every single one of you, and have a bloody night. Sláinte.